Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So Cardano is no longer going sideways, it's actually going down right now. And the low does not seem to be in because, we got a bounce right here after we got to the 0.618 support level. And now we're going down again, so I think it's very likely that we touch the support zone first, and if we get below the support zone, below the 0.618 extension, it's very likely that we go to the 0.786 support level, and this is the last main support level for the 1-2 setup. So if we drop below this low right here as well, I'm not gonna turn bearish because this will only mean that we will get another low in the second wave move down, which would be good. I'm gonna explain why very soon, but first I want to tell you what the invalidation for the 1-2 setup is. So if we get below this low right here, which is at about, let's say, about 91 cents, that will invalidate the 1-2 setup, and it will mean that we will get another low in the second wave move down, which could put us at 72.9 cents. However, if we start bouncing right now, we should get a third wave of this 1-2 setup, and that should put us at about $1.53. That's the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup, and yeah, nothing has really changed since my last update. It's pretty much the exact same thing. And you could say that this right here is an ABC structure, so the low could be in, but we need 5 waves up to be able to confirm that, and right now we only have a 1-2 setup on the chart, so we'll see what happens with this. Now, of course, after we get the third wave, we will need a fourth wave and a fifth wave, and then I will be able to confirm that the third wave of the third wave has started. And like I said, we could continue going sideways for the entire month of December, because that's what we did in 2020, exactly after we went up like 100% in November. Now, of course, in this cycle, we went up way more than that, so, doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, in the previous cycle, we went sideways for the entire month of December, so it's very likely that we do the exact same thing again. And I know people are not patient. I mean, I already get comments telling me that Cardano is boring and that nothing is happening with it, even though it went up like 300% in November. I mean, these comments, when I see them, I'm just like, where were you when Cardano was going up like this? And also, where were you when Cardano was going sideways for months down here? I mean, why would you not buy down here? And also, if you bought down here, why would you complain that Cardano is going sideways right now? You are still up like 4x. I mean, don't get too greedy, You cannot expect charts to go up forever. They need to cool off, and they have cooled off. I mean, Cardano has cooled off on the RSI on the daily chart. As you can see, I have added a trend line to the chart. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but we'll see if the RSI actually gets to that level. If it does get to that level and we bounce off of it, then it's gonna be very likely that we start the pump to about $2 very soon. And like I said, I'm still expecting a new all-time high by February of 2025. Well, actually no, March of 2025, at least based on what happened in the previous cycles. So it doesn't matter if we get a drop to 72 cents or not, I'm still expecting Cardano to do quite well in 2025. Also, you cannot expect Cardano or the other altcoins to go up because Bitcoin dominance is actually going up at this moment, and as you can see, it's currently fighting with the bull market support band. It's just like yesterday. I mean, nothing has really changed, and we'll see if we actually get rejected by it. I mean, it has been going sideways for a long time now, and this was also predicted in my previous videos. I did tell you that Bitcoin dominance will most likely go sideways for the entire month of December, because that's what we did in the previous cycles. Now, of course, we did not do that in December of the previous cycles. We actually did it in February and in March, I believe. And, I mean, the drop that we got right here in the previous cycle looks very similar to what we have here. So I think we are already down here, and also down here. We also had a cross on the bull market support band, just like we had right now. And after the cross, it took Bitcoin dominance about 48 days to finally start dropping, and that's what triggered the altcoin season. And as you can see, during that time, Bitcoin dominance got rejected by the bull market support band multiple times, and yeah, once we got rejected, that was it, and that confirmed that the altcoin season has started. Right now, if you look at what's happening, we just had a cross on the bull market support band almost 1 month ago, and if we want to copy what we did in 2020, we still have to continue going sideways or down until January 10th, 2025. So if we get rejected now and we test it again and we get rejected and we test it again, it's going to be very likely that the altcoin season starts in January, and whenever that happens, then yeah, the altcoins will finally go up. And also, I see many people complaining about Ethereum not going up, and of course it's not going up if Bitcoin dominance is going up. I mean, Ethereum is the second most popular altcoin, so the Bitcoin dominance chart is mostly affected by Ethereum. So if Bitcoin dominance goes down, then Ethereum usually goes up. But if Bitcoin dominance goes up, then Ethereum goes down. So that's how it is. Also, I want to show you what happened in 2016. We did the exact same thing. We had a cross on the bull market support band. Bitcoin dominance was below the bull market support band. It tested the bull market support band multiple times. And 48 days after the cross, we started the altcoin season. So that's why I believe the altcoin season will actually start in January and not this year. I also want to talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is important right now, even though nobody seems to care about Bitcoin anymore. I mean, if you look at the fear and greed index, it's currently at 81, even though Bitcoin just got to about $108,000. I mean, that's insane. Bitcoin got to $108,000 and the fear and greed index is barely at 81. Now, of course, it's extreme greed, but if you compare this to what happened in the previous cycle exactly 4 years ago, I mean, as you can see, what we have right now looks like a joke to what we had over here. Here, the fear and greed index was at about 95 and it stayed up there for a very long time. Right now, I mean, we barely got to like 83 in November and that was the highest for this cycle, I believe. So yeah, people are extremely fearful, even though it doesn't seem like it. Well, actually, I don't want to say that the people are fearful. People are actually very greedy because from the August low right here, Bitcoin is up like 2.5x and nobody really cares. And why is that? Well, it's because we are nowhere near close to topping. I mean, if you can remember what happened in the previous two cycles, this is when everyone thought that Bitcoin would go higher. And what happened? We went down and then we went up again and people thought we would get to 100k. And what happened? We did not do that. And why is that? Because everybody was too greedy and, that triggered the bear market. And I believe in this cycle, I mean, it's gonna be the exact same thing again. If you look at the monthly RSI on the Bitcoin chart, you'll see why I'm predicting Bitcoin to hit about $255,000 by the end of the cycle. I mean, if you look at how high the RSI was in the previous two cycles, you will understand. I mean, what we have right now, I mean, this looks like a big joke, It's nowhere near close to topping and yeah, people are still not too greedy. So yeah, it's possible for Bitcoin to get to at least 255k by the end of the cycle, which I believe will be in November of 2025. And I keep getting comments telling me that it's not possible. And my question to you is why? I mean, yeah, you're telling me it's not possible, but you're not giving me a reason why. I mean, Bitcoin has a 4-year cycle. We topped in November of 2013, then we topped in December of 2017, then we topped in October of 2021, and right now I believe we will do the exact same thing again, and we will top 4 years after the top right here, and that will put us in, let's say, October to November of 2025. So why would you believe that Bitcoin will not be able to get to $255,000? And also, if you look at the Fibonacci extensions that I have on the chart, in the previous cycle, Bitcoin got to the 3.618 extension of the 2017 all-time high, and in 2017, Bitcoin got above the 4.618 extension of the 2013 high. So, is it possible to get to at least the 2.618 in this cycle? Obviously. I mean, in the previous cycle, we got to the 3.618 and we had a pandemic just before the bull market. And I believe that had some impact on the price. I think the price would have gotten to the 4.618 extension if it weren't for the pandemic. In this cycle, we have not had a pandemic. And things are obviously looking a lot better. I mean, this cycle of Bitcoin looks more similar to the 2017 cycle than the 2021 cycle. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, whenever Bitcoin starts going up, Cardano will also go up. And also, if you look at the monthly RSI on the Cardano chart, it's actually looking extremely good. We are not even overbought, but Cardano went up like 300% in 1 month, which is insane to think about. Also, look at this wick right here. It's almost as big as this wick right here, which is even crazy considering the fact that this wick right here is only this wick right here, when you judge this based on the previous cycle. So what we are about to see is gonna be very insane. But keep in mind, after we had the wick right here, Cardano did absolutely nothing in December. And right now, Cardano is doing absolutely nothing in December. But in January, if you look at what Cardano did, I mean, Cardano went up about, let's actually see how much, 166% after already going up like 100% up here. And look at what happened in February. In February, Cardano went up another almost 400%. And that was not the top. That was only the top for the third wave of the third wave. So I believe something very bullish will happen extremely soon, but if it happens in a couple of weeks, then don't be surprised. And yeah, I'm still expecting Cardano to hit at least $5 in this cycle, but somewhere between $5 to $8 is also likely. So yeah, $8 is theoretically possible. Even $12 is possible, like I said, but that's not too realistic right now. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.